My miracle baby, born at 24 weeks. She's almost 6. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Annette. I relocated to Finland after I had gotten married to my Finnish husband. Today, I'm sharing a very personal and emotional journey, the story of my first daughter, who was born at just 24 weeks plus 1 day. Join me as I take you through the highs, the lows, and the miracle that followed. In 2019, I got to know that I was expecting. Like any other new mom or new parents, we were so excited. And we started, of course, to go in for antenatal checkups. It was a smooth start. It was a smooth process until in my late first trimester, I started to feel discomforts. Then I went into the hospital and they started to do the normal checks on me, ultrasound, but they couldn't see the baby. They kept on saying, "We are seeing a shadow, so we can't see her. Something is covering her up." And I was referred to the main hospital. That was Helsinki in Finland, where I am actually. So we went there and the process started. So the doctor still said the same thing. It's hard to see the baby. So finally they were able to allocate her and the heartbeat was okay. Then they said, "But your cervix is shortening, but it doesn't worry us for now." I was told to have a bed rest at home, which I did until the next checkup. I went in for a normal routine. So when I told them the way I was feeling, I had pain and pressure in my lower abdomen, so I could walk while I'm holding my belly. And they checked and they said the cervix has shortened too much, to an extent they started to see the leg of my baby. It was peeping out, as in it was out. So they told me, "You're going to stay here on a bed rest." Meanwhile, after all the checkups now for ultrasound, they said you have fibroids. They were like, people can always go through pregnancies, well, despite of the fibroids. I said, okay. So time went on. So when they told me I'm going to be on bed rest in the hospital, in my thinking I thought maybe a few days and I can go home. And mind you, I went there in late March. I hadn't even started my second trimester. So it was a scary moment. My emotions were all over. I stayed there so my husband could come and check on me. Then he goes for work. And the doctor told me, "You're going to be here until the baby is born." The due date for my child was 29th of August, which meant I was going to be in the hospital from late March until August. I said, okay. So in short form, the hospital became my home. They checked for infection I didn't have. Then the doctor said, let us check for infection in your uterus, because the doctors had said in case there is an infection inside my uterus, so the pregnancy will take its natural course. For that, they had nothing to do in case I had infection in my uterus. All I could do was to pray, nothing less, nothing more. So they did the procedure and everything was okay. But little did I know that the liquid in my uterus, which keeps the baby in, it had started to come out. Me, I thought that since I was a new mother, I thought that it was just the normal liquid women get. So the doctor said the fluid which keeps the baby, I've forgotten the name, is starting to come out, so you don't even have that much. I hung in there and I was in the hospital March, April, taking a day at a time, lying on that hospital bed, raised legs. I couldn't go walk, I couldn't sit, I couldn't do anything. And I remember one time the doctor told me, you're fine, all we want is that baby to be safe. Before I knew it, I started to have injections which could help to grow the baby. And those injections were administered in my thigh muscles on a daily. I was receiving, if I remember, hydrocortisone, because they say that it helps to speed up the development of the baby. And since I wasn't also walking anywhere, no movement for me, they started to give me a treatment for blood clot, and those were administered on my stomach. But at that moment, I didn't mind about the pain anymore. All I wanted was my baby to be safe. But now at least I'd started my second trimester, because they said, the doctor said, we can save a baby from 24 weeks. Below that, nothing can be done. We had found out her gender at that time also, and we got to know that we're having a baby girl. So each day we could get, that will be a miracle. Insect had freedom, it could walk freely. Me, at that time, I did not have it. I said, okay, I may not have this now, but all I need is this little one to be safe. So I didn't care at that time what my body was going through, the pain. I started even to appreciate life. We need to learn to be thankful, to give gratitude. I could just see the light through the window every day. Used to the pain, to the pricks in my muscles, on my belly. So that was my life at that moment. That's how I could speak to her, and I used to tell her, hang in there, until I made now 24 weeks. It was like winning a lottery for me. I was like, yes, 24 weeks, so we are moving. And something actually even I didn't mention, the doctors told me, in case the water breaks, it's high chances that the baby will come with the water at the same time. I said, Lord, help me. So one night I was sleeping. I noticed that I was wet. I was wondering what is happening. So I called in the nurse. When she checked me, she said, your water has just broke. Oh, I remember I just said, Lord, keep my baby there. The doctors rushed in the next morning, and I was taken to the next room, which was next to the theater. On 24 weeks, they came to check the heartbeat for the baby. They checked, but they couldn't find a heartbeat for a long time, because they used to tell me she has now moved, the baby has moved. But at this time I was so much pain that I couldn't lie on my back for long, but I had to be on my back for the rest of the day. So 24 weeks, they checked the heartbeat. They checked for the heartbeat. They couldn't get it for a good while. They said, we need to be able to listen to the heartbeat at least for 10 minutes. But the baby kept on moving, and they said, until we do that, we need to keep listening to the heartbeat. I slept off until the next morning. I was in labor pains. Now I could tell labor pains because also I had machines on me, and they said, when you feel that, so that's labor pains. So 24 weeks plus 1 day, the journey started. Thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode, the birth of my baby girl.